proceed, so there are some rules, classroom rules to be followed. So number one, who would like to read? Yes, ready.
Be respectful. Listen when others speak and treat everyone with kindness.
Thank you, ready. Next.
Be responsible. Come prepared and take care of classroom materials.
I know, I should be responsible. And the third one.
Be in and always keep your workspace and surroundings tidy.
Thank you very much. Keep your workspace and surroundings tidy. And last one. Yes, Anna. Ano ba?
Be active and positive. Participate willingly and maintain a good attitude in all activities.
Okay, so the most important one is be active and positive. So, okay ba sundin yung one natin class? Yes. Okay, so first activity for this lesson. And that's the picture analysis. So, I will show some different artworks, pictures of artworks, and I want you to observe. And I want you to have thoughts about the pictures. Okay? So, picture, first picture. Next picture. Meron na bang one dyan na nakakam? And okay. So, read the different pictures I've shown. And so what are your thoughts for any observation? Siguro sa most, they will see those pictures as an art. But siguro the figure craft or we the figure craft will see it as different crafts. Now I have here again different set of pictures. Okay, now I will observe. And what are the thoughts? Yeah, big cat. Big cat. Again. Guys, are you familiar with this one? Yes. Okay. Ayan. Ganun lang natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So question. What do you notice about the appearance and texture of the different cats? Yes, ready?
They are fresh, firm, tender, and some are tough.
Ayan. So read the different pictures of meat cats. Ayan. So most of them are fresh. Some are tender and some are tough. Ayan. So this will be our lesson for today. Different meat cats and how are we going to prepare them? How are we going to or what are the different cooking methods on how to prepare meat dish? So this will be our objectives. After the lesson, sana, you can identify the different meat cuts. Second, you will enumerate the different cooking methods appropriate for various meat cuts. The third one, sana you can differentiate moist heat and dry heat cooking method used in preparation. And last one, you must analyze the relationship between meat cuts and their suitable cooking mix. Now, second activity will be tough versus tender. And so before we proceed, let's divide the class into 3 groups. Okay, so group 1, group 2, and then half. And then group 3. Okay. So group 1 and group 2, then group 3. And so I'll assign na lang. Divide group 1 and then okay. Can we form a circle tayo? Or we form a circle so that we can do that Okay, guys, listen up. Ayos naman. Okay, so we'll take an activity titled Top or Technique. And so each group receives image cards of big cats. So meron pa akong prepare dito na image ng big cats. Next is you will sort the cats if it's tender or tough. Okay? So, ito. With your practical knowledge for siguro one, prior knowledge, so let me see if you can sort the different tracks into their proper texture. And so we'll sort the cats into tender or tough. So meron ako prepared din dito na paper. At ididikit nyo lang kung nasaan siya, tender or tough. So please collaborate with each other. Yan. So each group, so after you sort the different cards, okay, so each group writes their reasoning on the yellow paper. Okay, so each group will assign roles. Ayan, so assign your leader, reporter. So after you finish the output, yeah, so you will present in front. And you are given 8 minutes to finish the task. Okay, so timekeeper, please. Yeah, in sort sa baba na lang. And so I'll show you a reference, guys. Tingin mo na dito. So I'll show you a reference. Kung saan nyo, or is it tao or member. Very good divide. And your reason. Guys, last 5 minutes. That last 3 minutes. It's very hot.
Ayaw, di ba yun? Natakang sige ko kung
Guys, assignment either one reporter. Or sige, go ba? Assignment.
deserve ko yun.
Divide na po.
Pagi lang tayo ano ba? Awat sa bali na observer na pasti. Ako kay ganun ka.
Kadali mo na.
Ano ba sa kanila observer?
Last 2 minutes. Go, Dean. Group 3, are you done? Last 1 minute. Group 2, are you done? Group 2, are you done? Group 1, okay, done. You're done? Okay, so last 1 minute. Finalize your output. Okay, guys, we're done. Please arrange your chairs. And guys, please settle down. Okay, so first presenter will be group number 3. Okay, so let's have group number 3. Palapakan. Group number 3. What's there? And guys, if someone or is speaking in front, please listen and keep quiet. Okay lang? Okay. And so in action of the classified video starts off to tender and up. Those are tenders, short waves, tender lion, big lion, and green lion. And when it comes to cow, brisket, cow, and brown. We choose those because they are usually used every day, every day, like of in the week. While the cow, those are not usually used every day. Ayan, so let's have number 1. Okay, next group 2. So after all the presentations, check natin kung sino yung mas nakarami or mas nakakuha ng tama. Okay.
Brisket, shortbread, sham, chopped, the upper crust have more condensation.
Tama. Group 2, let's have. And then group 3. Let's have group 3.
Tender, round brisket, sirloin, chopped rib eye. Lamb, short piece, strip loin, chopped tenderloin. Round brisket, chopped sirloin, and rib eye are the long to tender because it is not usually a part of its body that is often used, while tough like short ribs, chopped, strip loin, and tenderloin are the working part of the body, so it is tough and easy to develop.
Ayan. So, thank you, group 3. So, let's check your outputs. Ayan. So, tingnan natin kung sino yung maraming tama yun. Ayan. So, tough and tender cuts. So, let's have phrase yung tough cuts. Tingnan natin. Number 1, brisket. Ayan. Nasa top 1, brisket. Group 1, tama. Group 2, tama. Group 3, wrong. Next, chop. Ayan. Group 2, chop, tama. Tama din. Group 3, wrong. Round. Saan yung round? Tama. Tama yung group 1. 3, wrong. Medyo, group 3. Short ribs. Short ribs, tama. So, wrong. Tama. Check. And then flank. And let's take a look yung tender cuts. Yan. So, tenderloin, ribeye, strip loin, black iron, sirloin, T-bone, and broiled house. And group 1 got all. Group 2 got all. And group 3 So, guys, thank you for your efforts. Ayan, group 2. Ayan, palakpakan natin yung group 2. Okay. Ayan, so, those are the different makeups, guys. Now, the question is, going back, bakit kaya may mga tender, may mga makukunan na cuts? Anyone from the class who have an idea? Bakit yung iba makunat, yung iba tender? Any idea? Okay. So, take a look at the picture. Yan. Guys, yung tender na cuts, ito usually yung hindi nagagamit ng animals. Yan. Yung tough naman na meat part, yan yung everyday nila nagagamit. Okay? Just like our human body. Diba? Like imagine a man going to the gym and nagpapalakas and lift weights. Diba? Usually kapag nagagamit always yung muscle, ano nangyayari? Lumalakas, mas, where to be cast. Ganun yung explanation test. Kaya eto, yung round, shock, brisket, shock, and some part of ribs. Mostly ito yung na-exercise palagi ng cow or carabao. Kaya, nagiging okay? And, yung loin naman natin, ito usually yung mga tender. Okay? So now, in cookery, there are cooking methods that we follow in order to prepare the different meat cuts properly or delicious. And so anyone from the class who have any idea what are the different cooking methods? And dry heat cooking. Ayan. So I prepared a short video about moist heat and dry heat cooking. I want you guys to watch carefully and you're gonna want take a note sa mga different cooking methods. And then afterwards, ulit natin yung discuss. Okay ba?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever read a recipe guide from a cookbook or a website but didn't understand everything that's written? What we do is just ignore the unfamiliar words and keep reading. Sometimes, when we are familiar with the recipe, we just scan the headline and remember the important details. As a result, our cooked food is too salty or bland, too hard or too soft, and undercooked or overcooked. It's frustrating when we waste our energy, time, and money on something that we are not happy with the result. There are cooking methods or terminologies that are written on every cookbook that we should be aware of. Just knowing these simple terms will be easy for us to grasp the information on what we are reading. Here are the most common cooking methods on every recipe website or cookbook. Frying is a cooking method in high heat using oil or another fat in a shallow pan over relatively high heat. The common recipes for frying are fried egg, fried fish, or any dish that is turned once or twice during cooking using tongs or a spatula. Sautéing is a French word for jump or bounce. Sautéing is similar to frying. The ingredients are also cooked in an oil or fat in a shallow pan over high heat, except that the foods are cooked by tossing in the pan. The common recipes for sautéing are sautéed vegetables or sautéed shrimp. Deep fry is a cooking method where foods are completely submerged in an oil or fat. The common recipes are French fries and fried chicken. Braising is a cooking method using both dry and wet heats. First, the food is cooked at a high temperature by any means like grilling, roasting, or broiling, followed by the moist cooking method in a covered pot at a lower temperature while sitting in some amount of flavored liquid. The common recipes of braising are braised beef, braised chicken, and braised pork. Simmering refers to the cooking method in a liquid that is just below the boiling point. With simmering, you'll see bubbles forming and gently rising to the surface of the water, but the water is not at a full roll. Simmering is the most common moist cooking method, like simmering stocks and soups to cooking vegetables. Stewing is a slow cooking method in a closed pan where the meat or vegetables are cut into smaller pieces and submerged in the liquid. The common recipes of stews are beef stew or bean stew. Steaming is a cooking method where the heat of moist is used. This method is done by continuously boiling the water, causing it to vaporize into steam. This steam then carries heat to the nearby food, thus cooking the food. The food is kept separate from the boiling water but has direct contact with the steam, resulting in a moist texture to the food. The most common recipe for steaming is steamed broccoli or steamed fish. Boiling is a wet cooking method where ingredients are cooked in water at 100 degrees Celsius. The most common recipe for boiling is boiled egg or boiled potatoes. Poaching is a cooking method that involves cooking by submerging food in a liquid. Poaching is different from simmering and boiling because it uses relatively low heat. There should be few to no bubbles in the water. This is suitable for delicate foods like eggs, fish, or fruits that would be disturbed or destroyed by aggressive bubbles. The most common recipe for poaching is a poached egg or poached fish. Blanching is a wet cooking method where the ingredient is submerged in boiling water in a short amount of time and then plunged in water with ice to cool it down quickly. Blanching is commonly used to preserve the color, flavor, and nutritional value of the food. The most common recipe for blanching is blanched green beans. This cooking method is mostly used in vegetables. Roasting is a dry heat cooking method where ingredients are cooked in an oven. The hot air covers the food, cooking it evenly on all sides. Roasting is suitable for slower cooking of meat in a large serving or whole piece. The most common recipes for roasting are roast chicken or roast potato. Baking is a dry heat cooking method that can be done in an oven on hot stones. Baking are usually foods prepared from flour or meal derived from some form of grain. Baking is similar to roasting, however, baking refers to foods that have no initial structure, like breads, pies, cupcakes, cakes, and cookies. And roasting is the cooking of foods that include meat and vegetables that already have a solid structure before cooking. Grilling is a dry heat cooking method where direct or radiant heat is applied to the surface of the foods from below. A grill pan or an open wire is used in this cooking method. The most common recipe for grilling is barbecue. Broiling is a dry heat cooking method that uses direct heat similar to grilling. However, in broiling, the heat source is above the food. Broiling method is considered to be a healthier way to cook food since the heat is coming from above. The fat of the food drifts below. The most common recipes for broiling are usually meats. Knowing these cooking methods will be easier for anyone to understand every detail on the recipe guide. In case you're planning to create your own recipe, you can plan ahead on what cooking method will be more suitable to attain the best effect or flavor on your dish. Thank
Alright, so with the video, there are two types of cooking methods. So number one, we have moist heat and dry heat. And so, tingnan natin, let's classify what are the examples of moist heat and dry heat cooking methods. And, okay, so when we say dry heat cooking method, yeah, cooking food without water, heat is transferred through air, fat, or direct contact. Okay? So kapag dry heat, ibig sabihin, we don't use water, sauces, or any liquid ingredients. While moist heat naman, ito yung kabaliktaran ng dry heat. So cooking food using liquid or steam, then heat is transferred through water or water-based liquids. Now, with the different cooking methods na nalista nyo, can anyone classify what are the dry heat cooking methods? And define number one, dry heat, grilling, and tama. Yes, ano? Baking, tama. Gumagamit ba ng water in baking? Hindi. So, it is considered as dry heat. Yes, ano? Roasting, tama. Yes, ano? Broiling. Okay. Another, ano pa? Roana?
Pan frying, sir.
Pan frying or frying. Meron ba? Yes, ready?
Sauteing.
Sauteing. And then, how about yung moist heat cooking method naman? Ito yung method na gumagamit ng liquid, water, yes, finish.
Boiling.
Boiling, tama. When we boil, ano yung pan ginagamit natin?